I'm Kaylee, and I'm gonna try to read 30 books in 30 days in September. My reading has been going pretty well this year, but somehow I'm still not quite reaching some of the reading goals that I really want to accomplish by the end of the year. So I've decided that September, I am going to try to read a book every single day. I might be a little bit crazy, just a little. But before I show you the 30 books that I want to read in September, I want to make sure that you know that Books for MKs is a charity that donates books to missionary kids. Today's MK shout out goes to Titus, who is 8 years old and lives with his family in Hungary. Titus loves books about science. If you want to donate to Titus and children like him, you can donate to the Books for MKs charity at GoFundMe.com. And don't forget to subscribe and click on that little bell. I have been slowly going through my Try a Chapter books, and I'm just not quite pleased with my progress with the Try a Chapter. I've been doing a little bit and getting some done, but I really wanted to have more of those Try a Chapter books out of the way and done by this point in the year. So in September, I have 30 of my Try a Chapter books that I am just gonna breeze right through and try to read one every day. Some of them I might DNF, some of them I might read them all the way through, but I only have one rule. It's that Try a Chapter book has to be no more than 200 pages. I mean, if it's like 205 or 215 or something, that's fine, but nothing over 220 pages, which means a lot of these are children's books. I do have some nonfiction, but I've chosen 30 shorter books, so hopefully I'll actually be able to read 200 pages per day in September. And let's jump straight into the 30 books that I'm gonna try to read. Everworld by K.A. Applegate. No clue what this is about, but it looks kind of fantasy, so you know I love fantasy. The Riddle Master of Head by Patricia McKillip. Again, fantasy, so it's just a short one. We'll try it out and see how it goes. Anna of Byzantium by Tracy Barrett. I don't know what this is, some kind of historical fiction. I don't even remember where this came from, but it's been sitting on my shelf for years. Hurricane Treasure by Claire Bice. I love these kind of old-fashioned children's books, and this one's pretty short, and it should be a fun read. The Monster's Ring by Bruce Coville. This is one of the Magic Shop books, and I've slowly been reading through this series out of order. But these are really fun and cute, short little children's books with lots of magic. Rutabaga Stories by Carl Sandburg. This is a collection of short stories, so it should be a quick read. Princess Nevermore by Diane Curtis Regan. Again, I do love fantasy, and so anytime I can pick up these short little fantasy books, it's always a fun read. This one is a nonfiction. It's called Refined: Finding Joy in the Midst of Fire by Carol Burton McLeod. It should be, easy to read and hopefully kind of inspirational. Another nonfiction, Fervent: A Woman's Battle Plan for Serious, Specific, and Strategic Prayer by Priscilla Shirer. I'm actually reading another book about prayer right now, so it'll be interesting to just see how different perspectives on prayer, always good. Just Ella by Margaret Peterson Haddix. This has been on my shelf for forever, but I don't like the cover. The cover is kind of ugly and it has like this torn thing, and I'm just like, I don't know what that is all about. Why is it like torn? I don't understand this. So I've never picked it up because I don't like the cover. Finally, it's just time to read it. The Prince of Wales by R.L. Fisher. Apparently this is about a whale who has some kind of mystical, magical song that saves the ocean. I have 3 books from the Grandma's Attic series. I have 18 and On Her Own, Treasures from Grandma, and Away from Home. These are all by Arletta Richardson. These are very similar to the Little House on the Prairie books, old-fashioned and all kinds of fun shenanigans. Horns and Wrinkles by Joseph Helgerson. This is a total cover buy. It looks so interesting, and the title is just, what is that all about? I don't know. I have to find out. I'm just so curious. This one, I don't know where this came from. This doesn't really look like something that I would buy or be interested in, but here it is. Montmorency, Thief, Liar, Gentleman by Eleanor Updale. I don't know, apparently it was on sale and somehow it ended up on my shelves. I have a couple of books by Alan Garner who I sort of have a love-hate relationship with. I love his books because they're so imaginative and so interesting, but I sometimes have trouble following his writing style. It's kind of chaotic, and I like things to be lined up nice and neatly, you guys know. So I have The Bag of Moonshine and The Red Shift. So I don't know. Alan Garner and I sometimes enjoy his work, sometimes I just don't know what he's trying to say with his writing. But both of these are really short, so we're gonna try them out. I have Calico Bush by Rachel Field. The only reason I have this is because it won a Newbery Honor Award. I have no clue what it's about. It's just, if I see that Newbery Honor medallion on there, it's an instant buy. I'm buying it. So here it is, finally gonna read it. I have The Voyage of Patience Goodspeed by Heather Vogel Frederick. Now, this reminds me of The True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle, which is one of my favorite books when I was a kid. And even the cover kind of looks like The True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle. And so I'm really, really hoping that this is maybe similar. I probably shouldn't get my hopes up too much though, but it does look interesting. And I love books about, seafaring stuff. I have The Magic Half by Annie Barrows. I just love this cover. Doesn't that look cute? Those two girls look so adorable and cute, and it has magic in the title. What could go wrong? Another one with magic in the title, A Handful of Magic by Stephen Elbaz. I mean, hello, it has dragons. You know I'm there. You know I'm always there for a book about dragons. The next one is Fearless by Elvira Woodruff. No clue what this is about. This is a complete cover by. Look at that lighthouse. That is so awesome looking. And it just, I don't know, it just looks interesting. I like the colors. This is how I do, guys. I just see some random book for $1 or 50 cents at a library book sale. Hey, why not? And it ends up in this pile. Juniper Berry by M.P. Kozlowski, A Tale of Terror and Temptation. This one is kind of a combination because I've seen this elsewhere, I think on Goodreads or BookTube, when other people were reading it and liked it. And then I also really think the title looks interesting, Juniper Berry. What does that mean? How is that? What is that? And then I also love stuff with trees. Anything with trees, I really am like, ooh, I want to read that. So it's kind of a combination of different things that makes this one look so attractive. I have read The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, but I have not read That Was Then, This Is Now. I really enjoyed The Outsiders. I think I've read it twice, I think. Once when I was a teenager and once when I was in maybe my late 20s, I think. So I'm really hoping that this is very similar to The Outsiders. If it is, then I will definitely enjoy it. Here Lies the Librarian by Richard Peck. I think I have read other books by Richard Peck. I think I read A Year Down Yonder and really enjoyed it. And of course it has something to do with a librarian. So you know it's gonna be all kinds of crazy, wacky scenarios. Falcon and the Charles Street Witch. This is by Julie Gray, something Gray. It has a dragon on the cover, so you know I'm already there. It has witch in the title, so there's some kind of magic shenanigans going on. It's short, it looks fun. I am gonna definitely enjoy this one. This is one that I was sent from the publisher in exchange for a free and honest review. It's The Sea Island Secret. Apparently this is a mystery set in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. I do like stuff that is set on the coast of the southern United States, so I'm hoping that I'll enjoy this one. Broken Chords by Barbara Snow Gilbert. Obviously, I'm a pianist and there's a piano on the cover. What more do you need? Whenever I read books about musicians, I am very picky. Like if it doesn't really sound like the author knows about music and musicians and how musicians think, then I get very frustrated. But if the author really knows musicians, then I really love it. So I'm hoping that this will be a good one. And the last one is The Switch by Anthony Horowitz. No idea what this is about, but it looks very magical and mystical. And those are the 30 books that I am hoping to read in 30 days in September. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know, what are you going to be reading in September? Are you reaching your reading goals for 2019, or are you falling a little bit behind like I am? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.